How good does it feel to be going back?
Well, we're excited. Obviously, the players have worked hard. It's last year was a tough year with us with all the injuries and everything else to not make it for the first time in, since the Carter administration, or the Clinton administration. It felt like the Carter administration. But I'm excited for the players because they did work hard. We've had some injuries. We're the youngest team in the SEC this year, so getting this reward is something that they've worked hard for.
We heard your message to them a little bit after, but what was your kind of message to them going into this after your last game? Just kind of, what to expect today and just kind of how to handle the nerves leading up to the selection show.
Well, we talked about coming out of the SEC tournament that we had a lot of opportunities to kind of cement our place in the NCAAs, and we kind of let some things slip through our hands, and so all of a sudden all the control went to other people, and we were dependent on a lot of results that were going on yesterday in conference tournaments around the country. So to the players that said, if there's a silver lining, it's going to be that we're going to get at least 10 days between our last game and this game, which we needed because we had 8 players out. We needed to get healthy. We needed to have the opportunity to kind of recharge our batteries a little bit, and then hope that we can play a little bit with house money now going into the NCAA tournament. You could feel the energy in the room from the players, and so it's something that obviously we're excited about. Texas is a great team, great program. They've done a wonderful job. They've won the Big 12 this year for the first time in a long, long time. Ange was Coach of the Year. Trinity Byers, the attacking player of the year. MJ Cox, the defensive player of the year. I mean, they've got a loaded roster. So we'll have our hands full, but it's an exciting event, and of course it's a big event for soccer in the state of Texas whenever these two teams get together.
What just makes this year's team special?
Well, I think this year's team, said that this was a goal that they had, was to get themselves back into national contention, to put themselves back into this type of a setting, and it's something obviously that we can build upon going forward. But we wanted them to experience the SEC tournament, and we definitely want them to experience the NCAA tournament. For us, it's our 27th tournament in the last 28 years. So it's something that we've become very accustomed to, and it's nice to finally get back into it.
I was asking me a part of catching that hopeful second wind. With a few results you guys have had during the SECs where you've outchanced some people, and you've come in either way with either draw or loss. Do you feel like, has that given you hope that, given this rejuvenation and given the way that you guys have played, regardless of the results at this point, that you can maybe kind of regain some of the form you had early on and go toe-to-toe with anybody?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the way our season, finished up in the month of October. We lost only 1 game out of at least 10 games played in that month. So we were playing well. We missed chance here, we missed chance there, and you play against top competition. You don't get many real open looks. I was pleased with the amount of opportunities that we created, but Texas is a completely different animal. They're a team that has really rolled through the Big 12 this year. They've done a wonderful job, and they're coming off an upset loss to West Virginia in the semifinals. So I know that they'll be refocused, and obviously you throw Texas A&M into the mix, and it just becomes that much bigger.
What do you expect the atmosphere of that game to be like?
Well, I understand the game's going to be at 5 o'clock on Friday, so there'll be a lot of traffic out on I-35, I think, is probably what we'll see. But I'm sure that there'll be a pretty good crowd. Playing in their stadium, it's a huge stadium. The field isn't anything like here at Ellis Field, but you know that there'll be a lot of energy. The players know each other very well. That'll make it a big deal because of the known quantity of what each other does, and a lot of these girls played together since they were 8 years old. So it'll be an interesting match.